Scott, you kept telling us you had a pretty good team, and I wonder how you thought they performed tonight and whether that lived up to the expectations you've had all along for them.
We're a lot better team than we have been. We have a lot of work to do still. This was one game. This is a world of, particularly you guys in the press, of exaggeration and hyperbole, and this was one game. But this is what I know this group can do because we got talented guys in a lot of places, and it's a good first step. We still have a lot of work to do. We can still get better.
Scott, what did you think of the atmosphere?
That was unbelievable. That thing in the end of the third quarter, wow. And I can't believe with the score there that many fans were there at the end. This goes to show you there's no place like Nebraska.
Scott, how do you think Yant ran today, and what brought him sort of in the forefront this week?
Well, I'll be honest, Jock had a really good spring, and he showed up 25 pounds overweight to fall camp. And I told him I wasn't going to play him until he got to a certain point. And in the meantime, he's been learning the offense, learning what to do. He's a really talented kid. I hope this is a first step, but he's got to keep doing things the right way.
How do you think that new offensive line group played together?
Sean, I got to watch the tape, but man, did we run it better. They're a heck of a team. They're really good coaches. We haven't scored many points on them in a couple years. So my hat's off to them. They've won Big Ten West championships, and it was our night, not theirs. But they'll be back. And I have to look at the tape to see, but it certainly seemed like we were generating more space for our running backs.
Did you tweak anything in the way you guys taught it this week, or tell the linemen to do something a little different?
No, nothing different. It was just emphasis on this week was just low pad level, low pad level, low pad level, and I don't know if that was the key or a couple new guys being in there, but it certainly seemed better.
You told BTN on your way in at halftime that you were going to talk about a couple of the mistakes from the first half. Did you like coming out then to get a 3-and-out and a touchdown in your first snap as sort of a response to that?
Well, I did not like it.
Yeah.
I thought the defense could have gotten a stop in the first half a couple times. You go up 21 points, you don't want to give them a touchdown and get them back in the game. And then we got the turnover, which we need more of those. But they had a chance to score again. I just want to make sure the guys kept playing as hard as they were playing in the first half. I think they did.
What do you think about Teddy and Newry? Just not evaluating their play, but just as guys to be able to step into that situation.
What I really liked about it is Nuri was more attentive to everything we were doing this week than he has been. And when you get your opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. And what I liked about Teddy is he didn't seem nervous. He just seemed like this is what I'm going to go do. So again, I got to watch the tape and see how they did. I'd be careful talking around here about somebody playing well too much, because then they're the next Dave Remington or Tommy Frazier the next day. But I certainly think it was a good start for him.
How good was your first quarter tonight? You had 2 touchdowns, which is more than you scored in the first quarter the rest of the season within 6 minutes.
I tell you what, one of the keys to our offense is if we can generate some run game, everything works, because then people are coming up. You can throw it over their heads. You're in second and short and second and mediums instead of second and nines. That's just a key to football. And you were the one asking me about us not scoring in the first half the other day. Certainly turned around today, but this is one game.
The red zone efficiency was much improved today. What about the play calling made it work?
Well, Coach Lubick has done a great job, and he's had as much to do with the play calling as I have. It's been a really good tandem effort. I thought he put together a really good game plan. It helps when you score from far out sometimes, because you can only go into a game with so many things in the red zone to call if you're working on everything else. And we've needed more explosive plays, and getting some of those explosive plays help us keep some things in our back pocket for the next drive or the next drive after that.
You got him for 70 yards on that first play. How big was that to set the tone, and also the adjustment sort of Samari made on that ball to come back and get it?
Yeah, that was just an individual play to me. Probably just as easily could have been picked off, and he went up and got the ball. And when you got good players, that happens. I've been waiting for guys to make people miss You know, in football, you're going to have an unblocked guy once in a while, and it happens all the time. And good backs make people miss, and good receivers go get the ball even if they're covered. And some of those things started showing up tonight.
Could you see during the game or even in the locker room after that, like they clicked for them that this is what it's supposed to be like?
I think so, but yeah, we've been playing pretty well since the first game. I was really down the first game. Since then, we've been consistently getting better, and we still have a lot of work to do. The schedule certainly isn't going to get easier. We got a bunch of ranked teams and elite teams down the stretch, so we're going to have to keep playing well. We're going to have to improve from what we did tonight.
There was a lot of people wondering, Scott, if the emotional tank would be a little low given the nature of last week's loss. What did you see during the week? Were you ever concerned about that?
No, I said it to you guys that the team is more confident going into this week than they have been all year. They told me that. They said they're more confident who they are right now than when they were 0-0, because they know what kind of team they are and how well they've been playing. We've done a few things and got ourselves beat a couple times in games we could have won, but the guys were really confident. This is the most confident I've been going to a game since I've been at Nebraska, and I think that confidence kind of played out in how we played.
One more on the offensive line front. Turner's a talented young player in your program. I mean, what was that conversation with him like about flipping sides to give Teddy a chance?
Turner will do whatever he can to help us win, and those are the kind of guys we want on the team. Turner's good enough athlete and player, and he's smart enough he could play all 5 positions. He's got a future in football. I'm not sure what position that is going to be at, but being able to play multiple things is only going to help him with that. So we'll evaluate the tape and see if that's where we're going to stay.
Your special teams was solid. You had one great punt. Was that any of that a response, you think, to the way things had gone?
Listen, for a team to be good, everybody, when they get their opportunity, has to do their job. They have to do their job. And I think the biggest applause the whole night was the punt after what happened last week. So I'm really, really happy for Will, and we need that every time. We need guys to step up and do what they're supposed to do when they're called upon.
Yant is more than just strong. I mean, he's on that first long run, he juked a pretty good Big Ten linebacker and got outside of him. What is his ceiling?
Again, let's not make him Mike Rozier right now. He had one good game. He's still got a lot of. He can still really improve, and he's a lot quicker at 232 than he is 258.
One more for Coach.
Is there any moment in that game when you had to think, looking at the crowd, what it was going to be like next Saturday night?
There's no place like this. It's special. These fans deserve a team that plays the way we played tonight. I couldn't find one empty seat in the stadium, even all the way up on the balcony on the east side. So thank you again to Nebraska fans, and we're going to keep working to get better. Thank you.